Hello everyone, and welcome back. Last time, we made progress, but we didn't make progress. We learned a lot of stuff about the house, namely about the boiler room, the pump room, and we are one step closer, I think, to figuring out some of its mysteries, especially getting to room 46. But that has not happened yet. So it is a new day, a new dawn, and let us begin. I'm going to start by drafting right. Corridor, pantry, bedroom. Let's do pantry. And I don't think there's a reason for me to go in there yet. Let's go this way. Storeroom, spare room, closet. I don't like blocking off stuff this quickly, but I am going to choose the storeroom anyway. We're going to kind of speed run this. We're going to try to go fast. Spur of consciousness, maybe. That's a horrible idea. But I like having gem. Okay, what we really need is dark room. We need utility box, or utility room, closet, whatever. And we need greenhouse. Alright, let's do nook. Before we go in here, I am going to go back out to the exterior room. If it is a safe house, that would be very, very beneficial for me. Come on, maybe safe house. Or shelter, that's what it's called. I've been calling it the wrong thing this whole time. Yeah, shelter. We went in. Oh, we also know the date now. I think. Because I believe it is November 17th today, according to my notes. Let's do it. It's either November like 17th or it's like 3 days after that. Because we checked out the book, and then we got the slip in the book that showed what date we checked it out on. And I don't know if it was the date that we actually received the book that was written on the slip, or the date that we checked it out a couple days prior. But let's go with the assumption, because I don't remember how many days earlier that was. So there's nothing I can do if it's not November 17th. It's either like November 17th or it's like November 20th right now or something like that. Let's do 12 p.m. There's something important in there. I guess we can confirm whether or not today is the 17th by going back down there at after 12. We have like a 4-hour period, I think is what it is. Wasting a lot of steps to do it, but, you know, whatever. Right now it is 7 or 8, 25-ish. Let's go Nook. Okay, security is a good one, even though I don't like wasting gems. It's either that or corridor, and so I'm going to do security. Get this out of the way right now. We definitely want to lower security. I feel like that's a surefire step to helping you succeed. I don't know if it's necessary, but I do think it is greatly helpful. Because if we can get a breaker room, which we kind of already need anyway, although we have the shelter this time, so I guess not. If we can get a breaker room, then we are set. Den. We need den. I understand the point of the secret passage now, which I didn't really back in the day. If you are looking for a specific room, i.e. the greenhouse, you can intentionally draft a green room, which is quite helpful, actually. Coat check. We have nothing in there right now. I don't want to use the gem on the drawing room. Maybe I do. Because I could get both of what I need on either side, right? I would have to pay gems for it. As in, I think you have to pay gems for the greenhouse, and you have to pay gem for the... No, you don't have to pay gem for the utility, but I'm going to grab it. I'm not going to go in there yet, and I want to get more gems first. Bedroom, chapel. Let's do chapel. I'm fine with losing coin. Especially when I get to take 4 from the donations. I think my theory might be correct. I think every, like, 4 times I go through here, the next time it spawns with 4 on there. So basically, it's a gift from the past to myself. Hallway. Yeah, I mean, hallway is just the obvious option. I mean, we do need gems. I don't like blocking myself off like that, you know? But we do need gems. Okay, let's see. Gems are in a box. Blue box is true. Gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter B. Gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter U. The blue box is true. So, if this is true and this is true, so if this is false, this would have to be false, which means that this would have to be true, which means that it would have to be here. Okay, this one's a little bit tricky. Let's think about this. The blue box is true. Okay, let's assume this is true. The gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter B. Every single one of these has the letter B in it, so there'd be no way of narrowing it down, which means that the black one has to be true. And I assume that it's not counting the U in quotation marks here as being a part of the statement. So I'm going to assume that it has to be in the white box. Nope. What did I do wrong? If this is false, and this is false, then this would be true, meaning the gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter U. If that's the case, then it would have to be this one, or it's counting the U in quotation marks here as a part of the statement, in which case it was a 50-50 guess no matter what. Oh wait, but then if this is false, it can't contain the letter B. Okay, wait, all of them contain the letter B, so this would have to be true. And if this is true, then that would mean that this has to be true, which means that this would have to be false, which means that it doesn't contain the letter U, but it does contain the letter B, which means it would have to be in this blue box. This was the only option, was the blue box, and I fucked it up. Okay, well, that kind of ruined everything for me, unfortunately. Like, literally everything. Okay, guess we do closet here. What other option do we have? I mean, we could connect up to the pantry, but that's stupid. Metal detector and key. There are worse things to have gotten, but there are not many things that are worse than that. Okay. We're gonna go this way first. Redraw. Oh, we can only redraw one time. Shit. I didn't realize that. Well, then let's grab this. The discovering less common floor plans doesn't matter in the library. I guess we could check out a new book, maybe? Let's pay attention. Today is the day 11. And we are going to check out EPCW Pump System User Manual. Now, let's find out if that was right or not. What time is it? There's got to be a clock in here. There's a clock in every room. Okay, we're still not even close to noon. Garage, West Wing Hall. We got to do West Wing Hall, right? Okay, let's try to get something with gems. Billiard room. There's a chance of getting gems from that. Okay, 9. 12 minus 8 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 6 minus 1 is 5. 5 times 4 is 20. Divided by 5 is 4. Okay, 4 plus 12 is 16. Minus 5 is 11. Divided by 11 is 1. Times 2 is 2. Key card. I'll take it. I was hoping for gems, too, but... corridor is always unlocked, so you... But that removes it from the draft pool, right? I think that's how that works, is it removes it from the draft pool, so maybe it's better to save that. For when it matters more. So we have the other West Wing Hall option. Coat check, hallway. I mean, hallway makes sense. More than bedroom, I think. Do I want to go up here, or do I want to turn around first and go back to the West Wing Hall? I want to turn around first. I want to get more gems while I'm still down when I still have rooms that provide the option for them. Okay, dining room. Let's see what's in here. We don't know yet, that's right. Okay. Yeah, let's get 2 more rerolls. That's the only option, right? I mean, I could reroll that. But I don't want to. There's nothing in here for me? I don't think so. Okay, we have used a lot of steps. So it might be pertinent, or not pertinent, ideal to advance to rank 8 quickly, so we can get the dining room. Ooh, what do I hear here? There's something somewhere. Oh, right there. Okay, hallway. Let's go right. Use a key. So what else are we going to do? Dark room. Perfect. That's what we needed. Let's not go in yet. Actually, yes, let's go in because it won't turn off. That's right, because we have the thing. Oh, and we got a gem. And we got the effect from the the safe house, the shelter. Okay, was the broken lever a one-time thing in here? Because if so, that sucks, man. That really sucks, if that's the case. I swear it was somewhere, like, over here, just sitting down. I think it was a one-time thing. That's horrible. Because now, that means I have no idea how to actually get to room 46. It's just going to be RNG, I think, at this point. Okay, I'm not going to use a key on that. Let's go north. Sure, let's use a key. Redraw. We'll do bedroom. It doesn't lose us anything. There's the breaker room, which doesn't matter anymore because we have the shelter. We're going to have to redraw. Corridor, I guess. We're quickly running out of steam here. Okay, we got another key to keep us going for a little bit longer. And that's the end. End of the line, I do think. What else is there to do but to take the 10 extra steps and book it back down to the time lock safe and hope that I am correct. That was a bit unfortunate. I do like my strategy of kind of speedrunning. The big thing I learned that was a devastating blow is the fact that the broken lever is not necessarily in the dark room every time. That does hurt quite a bit, unfortunately. Especially because I think it might mean that I need to be on the lookout, like eagle-eyed in every single room forever. But you know what? That's fine. It's all part of the game. Okay, wait, what time is it? I know I just spent a ton of steps there. Okay, let's wait here until it hits 12, and then we can check. Okay, that's a long time to wait. That is a long time to wait. Okay, you know what? Screw it. We're going to come back to this at a different time. Because I don't even think the date's right. I think the date is the date you checked it out, not the date you received it. We have options, though. Let us restart. Okay, I'm glad we got that over with quickly. That failed run. Done. It's dusted. We're moving on to bigger and better things. Okay, what can we do to the right? Den. Yes. What can we... No, let's get the gem first. Let's do an expanding search here. Pantry, parlor, parlor. More gems. Okay, what if we don't fuck it up this time? Chapel, storeroom, pantry. I don't want to do chapel. I mean, we could still get shelter and maybe it doesn't matter. I think we do storeroom. Let's do the parlor game. Okay, the black box is black. True. The black box is empty. Black box is true. So we know that this is true, which means that this can't be true, because if this was true, there'd be 3 truths, which means this is false, which means that this is also false, which means that there's something in the black box, which also we could have solved using our previous method of whatever one narrows it down to 1 is the correct answer. Okay. I didn't embarrass myself completely that time. Courtyard, corridor, closet. Let's just do closet. I don't want to spend a gem. Okay, we got a compass. That is decent, I think. Although not necessarily, depending on what situation we get ourselves into. Okay, we're stocked up like crazy. We also have a trunk here. Yeah, let's unlock it. I'm gonna get more keys. I already know. I'm gonna get a nook in a minute, and we already got a key back from it. So yeah, there we go. That was worth it entirely. Okay. Let's look left next. Observatory, bedroom, hallway. Let's do hallway. I like keeping my options open. And then let's go this way. Let's do chapel. We'll come back to that later. Spare room, kitchen. We'll do spare room. Just so that we can keep our options open without spending anything. Okay, so I've learned the utility closet doesn't really matter anymore, because the broken lever was not in the fucking dark room. Let's do pantry. But before we go in there, let us now, having knowledge of the first couple rooms, and actually a pretty stellar layout, if I'm being quite honest with myself, go back this way. And maybe we can make better use of things. with the knowledge that we have of our floor plan, without getting too far that we have to backtrack a ton. Okay, okay. Shelter. Hovel's not like a horrible idea, but I think it might. I mean, I don't know how this works, right? Like it could like ask for like 10 steps for something, right? Which would suck. Classroom is actually not a bad one to pull, I've learned. And they also give hints to puzzles, which is kind of big. You do have to go through them one grade at a time. Yeah, let's go in here. Let's see, is there anything for me to steal? No, but we can. Does that turn it off? Yeah, it turns it off. No, I want to turn it back on. I like the permanent change of it being on. I think that's very, very beneficial. I don't know if I had to go in there for that draft to work, so I might have wasted 2 steps, but... What a gorgeous mountain. Okay, we're not going to go in the chapel. It's like a last resort pathway because I don't want to lose coins. I remember using this to figure out the amount that each thing costs. Or the amount of steps each thing gave, is what I meant to say. We'll keep West Wing Hall in the pool because I think it'll be better that way. Nook. Or library. Let's save Nook for another time. Or we could try Secret Passage. I've never done Secret Passage before. That is something I will say. Let's do library, because I want to see what the checkout thing says. Okay, here is our tell. If the date difference is... Let's see. If it's November 19th, then the date is accurate. If it says November 19th, then the date is accurate. If it says anything past November 19th, then we're 1 day after whatever it says. I'll explain what I mean by that. Wait, November 18th. Wait, that's what I meant. Yeah, November 18th. So the date is actually November 18th right now. That is the accurate date. Because today is day 12, and it said November 18th, and yesterday we checked out the book. On day 10, we received a book, and it said November 16th in it. So there's a 2-day gap, which corresponds to the 2 days between whenever the last time I received a book and the current day, which means that this has to reflect the accurate date. It's been a while since this one's been checked out. Let me write it down. I've been keeping notes on who's checked things out. Let's read this. The EPCW pump system is engineered specifically for the luxury requirements of today's indoor in-ground swimming pool and spa. The EPCW system is also expandable, allowing you to use multiple pumps to control the water flow and volume in several different designated tanks and aquatic house features, be it aquarium, fountain, or a good old-fashioned swimming pool. Water level indicators. Okay. Selection buttons, source labels. Seems pretty straightforward. Whether you're using a single tank system or an array of pumps, the water control panel serves as a central hub to your EPCW system. The panel is fitted with a number of buttons equal to your own home's needs, 1 button for each different water source on the estate. The function is simple. Press a button to select the water source you would like to adjust. For example, if you wish to drain or fill your pool, simply press the button labeled pool. Regardless of the number of pumps or water sources being used, water can only be adjusted from a source if its corresponding button is selected. After you've selected a source using the water control panel, the next step is to set the pump associated with that source to pump either in or out. This will initiate water flow to/from one of your supply tanks. Cool. 2 tank or 2 source? Okay. The one that goes vertically is to the tank. Pump may be connected to more than one tank, allowing you to store and retrieve even more water, recommended for cleaning larger Olympic-sized pools. In these cases, the tank a pump is the tank a pump is using can be switched using a simple flip of a switch. Yeah. Use water control panel to select water source. Okay, use pump lever to set flow direction. Yeah, pretty straightforward. That was it? Yep. Cool. No questions. Alright, let's draw something rare. I've never drafted a workshop before. I am curious about it. I don't have items in my inventory is the only thing. But I am curious about it. I remember it said getting the attic before getting the workshop is important, though. Because, like, so I think it's a one-time use thing. Like, I go in there, and if I don't have the items, oh well, right? So maybe it's not the best to draft it. Classroom might be better. I don't dislike Classroom as an option, that's for sure. It gives me hints to puzzles. I think it starts at grade 1, and then you go grade 1, then grade 2, then grade 3, then grade 4, and it slowly gets to more intricate puzzles. But if you, when in doubt, it did say, choose the one that... Oh, but then another thing is that this doesn't get me to a new tile. This does unlock a new tile. So let's do this. Let's do Classroom. Let's go with our initial idea. And let us take the apple and then be on our way, because we've already explored this room pretty well. I'm still confused about this, but I don't know if this holds any significance or not. Okay, drawing room, nook. I like drawing room just because it gives us multiple options, and it allows us to get things that we might need. In particular, I really want the greenhouse at some point. Let's see if we can get it here. Terrace. Green rooms do not cost diamonds to draft. That is huge for us. Let's do it. We also get coins. I do like this. Let's use our key. We can do classroom number 2. We could do dark room, which in the past I was pushing for, but now I'm not so certain because the lever was not in there last time. Let's just do it anyway because it's the best layout for us. It gives us the most options, and I don't have to spend a gem. And the lights will stay on because wait, no, they won't stay on. I'm a dumbass. I thought I had the shelter. I don't have a key card. Well, let's hope I don't screw myself. Oh, I don't even have a key. Okay. You know what? That's fine. Both doors are locked. That's fine. Doesn't bother me at all. Let's give up some more hard-earned cash to the men of God. Always getting their little grubby hands on everything. Back to the entrance hall. Okay. Is there a gem for me to steal? No? No? Okay. Nook. Let's get Nook. At least we'll have the key, so worst case scenario, we can go all the way back and backtrack, which would take up all of our steps, but we could do it. Magnifying glass. I keep getting these, and I don't know what the hell they're used for. Yeah, let's do classroom number 2. I think this run might be doomed. So I think I'm just going to use this. Oh, this is the same spot the other one was in. I think I'm just going to use this opportunity to get as much info as I can, which I think drafting classrooms is the best way to do right now. We could do a normal bedroom. We could do a security. Let's do security. Maybe this will allow us a method to screw with the dark room. Or not screw with the... Yeah, screw with the door in the dark room is what I meant to say. Sorry, I don't really think when I talk sometimes. Okay, I've done this quite a few times. Yeah, let's do a utility closet. Okay, we're going to turn off the lights in the gymnasium, on the lights in the dark room, and on the garage. Turn off the keycard entry system, and I'm still not sure about this. VAC indicators. Keeping my eye out. Interesting. We know we've seen these before. We've seen these before. Oh, this sucks, man. I don't want any of these. I mean, worst case scenario, I draft the guest bedroom, right? Do I really want to spend 2 gems on passageway? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I really just can't afford to have myself boxed in. Okay, there's a locked door. Experimental house features. Oh, I would love to get this. Why did I... I don't have gem, though. Well, guess we're doing furnace. Is there a thing I can switch on in here? I know the boiler room can interact with this room somehow. Okay, let's go this way. Maid's chamber. I'm not a big fan of that one either. Wasn't there something in the maid's chamber that was useful? No. It's just a bad room. Oh, God. It's so over. I have a feeling. Let's go back to the dark room. All the way back around. We use up all our steps. Okay, will it let me try to interact with the room I go into? Or as soon as I step in this, is it going to be over for me? Let's look around this dark room while we're here. Oh, wait, we can look at this. Maybe. 1128. That is big. That's information that is valuable. I am certain of it. So, is this a date? Because right now we know it's November 18th. So in 10 days, do we go to where this tree is in the orchard? I don't know, man. Maybe we do. That is very clearly meant to only be seen whenever you take the magnifying glass over it, though. Let's look at some of these other drawings while we're here. There was a key card right here the whole time. I mean, it was dark. I couldn't have seen it, right? Yeah, same pictures as before. The only thing that's different is the lever is not here. Oh, wait, this. This is another magnifying glass situation. Green memos found in Hartley's room are always false. Is that a red memo, though? Meaning that green memos found in Hartley's room are always true. Okay, that's very important, definitely. I don't know who Hartley is, though. Cinca Co. This is the same one we saw earlier. Same date. Yeah, there's no broken lever anywhere. That's upsetting. Because I think what it means is that we're completely RNG dependent. Okay, my 0 steps. Oh, yep, it wouldn't let me. Okay, let's do one more run. This one's going to be the one. I can feel it. Architect's Villa. 5 drafting rooms, that's why. I have the information necessary to get into the time lock safe in the shelter. That's thing number 1. Is that valuable? Maybe. Or maybe it's just like, oh, you got 2 gems from it. Coat check, pantry, bedroom. Let's do pantry. Coat check has been valuable in the past, but today it's like I don't have anything in it, so it'd just be like for the sake of putting something in. Okay, let's do parlor game right away, so we can have gem. Every box is black, false. Every box contains gems, false. This is true. The statement on one of the other 2 boxes would be true if you replace the word every with the word this. So it has to be referring to the gem box, because otherwise there'd be no way to figure this out. This box contains gems, yes. Okay. Hallway or spare room? I'll do hallway. Can't go wrong with a good hallway. Yeah, let's just go right here. Okay, utility closet, breaker box. I'm not spending 2 gems on a passageway here. So we're going to get the breaker box. And we are going to wait on that because potentially the dark room breaker will be flipped at some point. And we don't even have the security thing done yet, so... Okay, courtyard makes the most sense here, I think, even though I have to spend a gem. I'll get an item out of it. Maybe even another gem. This is going to be locked, isn't it? No, it's not. Okay, let's get storeroom. Good spot for the storeroom to be. We got a trunk there. We have another gem again. So we're back to 2 gems. I like keeping that up. You could open the trunk. In the past, there have been keys inside of trunks that made it worthwhile. What am I if not a gambler? Honestly, not horrible. A little disappointing, but I can live with it. Okay, courtyard. West Wing Hall is always a good option on the west side. Do I want to go back to the pantry? Yes, I do. Eat, grab coins, draft, repeat. I'm on that grind set. Okay, don't want to do Nook for obvious reasons. Let's just do Den, get ourselves a free gem. Move on with our lives. East Wing Hall. Sure. Or we could do patio. This would get us, this would net us a gem, I do think. I think East Wing Hall is better in this situation, though. We have a room down in the far right corner now that we can make anything our little heart desires. 4 items from the walk-in closet. Let's do it. Let's see what we get. Well, we got 2 gems back from that. A rabbit's foot or something? Yeah, lucky rabbit's foot. Greater chance of finding items. Okay, and then a spyglass telescope. An additional effect of each constellation observed in the observatory. Cool. I'm not going to actually complain about that. That actually turned out very well because we got our gems back and we got some good items. Lucky rabbit's foot is actually pretty big, I do think. I can get a coat check, which I know I already had the option, but if I can get a coat check again, I'm going to put it in there because I think it might make it more likely for me to get that broken lever. Okay, security. I'm really liking the way this draft is turning out. We're using every spot, and we still have access to, like, you know, pretty much everything. We do have to go all the way around, which I'm not a big fan of, but, you know, it could be worse. Key card system. I know it could be worse because it's worse almost every time. Okay, change offline mode to unlocked. Okay, we have the breaker box accessible too. So, let's start working our way there. Nook, bedroom, archives. Don't want to do archives. Before we go that way, let's go draft this. Yes, greenhouse. That's what we want. Let us... I don't know if I want to go in right now. I mean, why not? So this is where we would have put the broken lever. I've discovered this before. I've been in this room before. We got a watering can. First time you enter each green room, use water to gain 1 gem. We found this before, and I wrote it down. I remember doing that. Let's look at this again. Gems that shine in rain. The clue you hold cannot be paid with gems or coins, so toss away these sheets. You find a worthy trade. Basically, I think what this is saying is that you have to spend gems to get in the rooms that provide these music sheets that are clues for something very, very good. That's my impression. Also, I'm pretty sure to drop the greenhouse, you have to be on the edge of the house. Okay. That's good. Step 1 complete. Many more steps to go, though. Let's keep an eye out for any broken handles we might find. Okay, cloister. No. Bedroom, no. Closet. We could do closet or we could redraw. We have options. I don't dislike redrawing here because if I have to go all the way back around this whole ass place just due to the greenhouse, I'm going to use so many steps, it's going to be impossible for me to do this. Aquarium, coat check. We wanted the coat check, but not that bad. I'd rather have the aquarium here. Or the spare room. We could do either. I've never been in the aquarium, though. So let's do it. Spend a gem. Oh, we can use the watering can in here, too. It's technically a green room. Interesting. There's like a bedroom in here. This is like the archives or the office or something like that. Not the office, but... What is that? That's the laundry room? This is a representation of the parlor, I think. And this is the terrace? Something like that. Oh, there's like porthole. That's so cool. Like a bulkhead. Alright, let's do it. Chapel. Secret passage. Let's do chapel. I have plenty of coins. I need the directionality of this thing. No coins for me to steal today from the altar. Fortunately. Let's draft. Great Hall. 7 locked doors. Okay, so here's my question. How does this work? Because clearly this only connects to 4 sides, right? I'm not sure how this works. Bedroom points the right way. I like bedroom. And then let's look this way. Oh, we have the thing for the observatory. You also could get dark room. Because we have the utility closet. I like both of these options. I like dark room slightly better because... Direction. Do I? No, dark room slightly worse because of direction. But observatory costs a gem. Let's do it anyway. Because I have no confidence that I will find a lever in the dark room anymore, which would be the reason why I'd want to draft it. I know it's possible, at least, I suppose. Okay, let's get the spare room out of the way. 35 steps left. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Garage. Is this the worst pick in the world? I mean, I know I have a good path up to the observatory, through the observatory. I have a redraw token that I wouldn't necessarily want to use. The thing I don't like about the garage is spending coin. Spending gems, sorry. But I could do the garage. I could go to the utility closet before entering the garage. Go back up to the garage. Open the door. And then go to the outside room, which I haven't used yet. Right? Let's do it. We have to get 3 keys out of it. Don't forget. Before we enter, let's go back to the utility closet. So this way. We are using quite a few steps here. I'm not a big fan of that. Keycard system off. Gymnasium. Gymnasium off. Garage on. Okay. Key card doors should not be a problem anymore. That's pretty nice. Oh, can I not do it after I opened the tab menu and it wouldn't let me do it anymore. That's upsetting. Do I waste 2 more steps? No, I don't. For a gem. Okay, we got all kinds of keys. I'm trying to figure out what the boiler room would activate here. This thing. What is this? Oh, wait, no, it goes this way. It would just open the garage door. So I could open the garage door with the boiler room, maybe? I think that might be what it is, right? So I guess there's multiple ways to do it, is what it's saying. Okay, still haven't used a step yet. I will when I cross over this bridge. Oh, no, I don't. That's actually really big. Okay, shelter. Mm-hmm. That's what we want, right? We go down in here. We have to set this to at least an hour in the future. I am going to use noon this time because we have... Even though last time we were waiting a long time... we... Well, what am I trying to say? Get your words out. Even though last time we were waiting a long time, this time we have already done a lot before we've gotten here. So it's probably already getting close to noon, and I have to set it at least an hour in the future. So, today is... What is today? Is today the day 13? Today's day 13, so it's the 19th. November 19th. Confirm. Okay, so at noon that will unlock, and it will stay unlocked until 4, I believe. Okay, we desperately need steps. So we need a guest bedroom or a dining hall or a kitchen or something like that. We only have one way to go as well now. Oh, yeah, we also drafted the observatory. That's right. Okay, so I guess that didn't protect me from that red room that I'd already drafted. That kind of makes sense a little bit. Okay. Plus 3 footsteps. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I was basically able to do it twice, I think is what that means. Which I'm happy about. Package will be delivered here the day after drafting this room. Let's just do Corridor. I don't like this very much, but I need to save my redraw, I think. So let's do it. There's the guest bedroom I was talking about, and yes, you can see why I need to save my redraw. Okay, dining room. It's actually quite good for me. So, we should be able to achieve rank 8. Pretty straightforward. We have plenty of keys, so I'm not afraid to spend one. Library. Yes, let's do it. And then I'm not going to try to do that one until we have gems. Or do I want to do it before I do the other library one? I think I might want to do it before. Okay. Dark room is great because it won't turn off. We're safe. Okay, we got a battery pack. Provides juice to battery-powered contraptions. I think anything that the boiler room connects to, we can use this on. Which is actually pretty big. This should be unlocked. Yeah, let's do guest bedroom for more steps. And just go in now. Is this, no, that's not, I was thinking that might be Hurtley, but it's not Hurtley. Okay. We can go south without really worrying too much about getting stuck. We can do the closet, or we can do the commissary. Oh, actually, no, we can only do the closet. That's right. Let's just do it. Grab ourselves a key. Grab ourselves a... Where's the other item? Shoes? Occasionally save footsteps when traveling longer distance across the estate and grounds. Cool. Didn't save any there. Didn't save any there. Okay, let's check out a new book. Sightseer's Guide to Reddington, just because we haven't checked it out yet. And I will investigate up here, just to be sure I'm not missing anything, because there could be, like, items, right? That randomly have spawned in. No, there's nothing up here. Still not rank 8 yet. Conference room. Exactly what I wanted in terms of layout. And I think we should be able to get the dining room situation now. Has this memo changed? No. It's 9083. That's the exact same number that was on it last time. Oh wait, these are new paintings though. Vertebrae? Okay, wait, what room are we in here? This is G1, vertebrae, and coniferous tree. Cool. So I think we go south first, because we don't have any gems, and maybe we get screwed up there, so we probably want to try to get gems if possible. So yeah, let's go south. Yeah, let's use Yuki. We have plenty. Might regret that later, but oh well. I don't have to worry about this for a number of reasons. The first reason is the safe or the shelter, but the second reason is that I turned off the power. Okay, yeah, let's just draft this. I don't really want to use a key, but I'm going to. I need gems bad. Yep, billiard room. Maybe it'll give me gems. There's a chance. Let's look behind here, see if there's a coin back there. No, okay. Nothing, nothing. Let's do the puzzle. 7. 17 times 1 is 17. Where's 17? There's 17. 6, 7, 8 times 2 is 16. Okay, this one's complicated. 5, 25, 26. 26 minus 6 is 20. 20 times 5 is 100 times 1 is 100 divided by 20 is 5. Alright, 2 more keys. I guess it was worthwhile to spend a key on that then. We've done a pretty good job of filling out this this map here. Okay, let's go back to the dining room just for now. Oh, we haven't even achieved it yet. Fuck. Yeah, let's do workshop. I've never done it before, and I'm curious to see what it... I mean, obviously that's the only choice I have, right? The true box... Oh, no, I have been in here before. I remember being in here. Why did I think I haven't? Combine inventory to create new items. Okay, so neither of these work together. Yeah, I don't have anything that's compatible, I don't think. Yeah, this is where we saw the chisel. Interesting. So each of these scripts has a bold word, I've determined. The one in the number 5 said sheets. Is the chisel the same? No, the chisel is C this time. And I got a sledgehammer. I do think. Let's see if we can combine that into anything. We can with the battery pack. Let's do it. Wait, can I... Is that enough? I can't just combine these two? No? Okay. I need something else to go with the sledgehammer and the battery pack. Oh wait, are we in a new room that we've never seen the pictures on? Yes, we are. So, as I call this room, we are in room H1, and we have a crate with Mount Holly logo and a data sheet. We have reached rank 8, so I'm going to turn around and go back to the dining room. Oh, wait, what time is it? Shit. We could have to go back to the garage. That is another thing that could happen. I need to find a clock. Country stew pie. Boiled chuck stew, layered and then baked to perfection, topped with mashed potato, Parmesan cheese crust, plus an additional 10 if you have a boiler. I'm just going to have it now. While I'm back here. We are going to go back to the garage, I think. Wait, what time is it? Oh, we're almost at noon. Okay, yeah, let's go back to the garage. Oh, that's a long way. That's a long way to go. How many steps do I have? 36. So let's count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We will save some from our shoes, plus the 8 of exiting, plus the 9 of entering the other thing. That's 18 of our 36. That's half of them. That is a lot. It's a lot of steps. I'm going to do it, though. I need to know what's in that time lock save. And this is my time. My opportunity to do so. Chapel, bedroom, yeah. There goes another one of my hard-earned coins. The preacher man. I want to make sure I'm not taking any wrong turns, because you are punished severely for taking wrong turns in this game. Okay, saved a step there. That's very convenient. Honestly, I think we saved quite a few steps. Not quite time yet. We gotta wait a bit. I'm just gonna wait a minute before I try opening this. Let's see. There's a note somewhere here, right? I'm gonna look back at this, see if it means anything to me now. Red Guard is due tomorrow. We agreed with your plan to disable remote access to the other terminals and have sealed the network mainframe. Regardless of the danger, I'm still not willing to risk removing shelter from the draft pool. The three of you are down there. Our best bet is to sit tight and hope for a little bit of luck. Okay, so my logic with this is that I think I mentioned this before. I think the police are the Red Guard, or like the like basically the government's police force is the Red Guard. I'm guessing, and I think they were coming in to investigate this place, specifically looking for this shelter. I think that whatever's in the safe is something they were looking for. And they didn't want to remove it from the draft pool, even though that would protect this room, because there were people down here for some reason, I guess. That's my theory. Can't open it yet. Eventually I will be able to, I'm 99% certain. I really don't have to leave and look at a clock somewhere. It's not a particularly well-hidden shelter, if you think about it. I know this is ready to unlock. Okay, I cannot get into this thing. Oh, there we go. It unlocked. Okay. 7. Let's write some stuff down. Dear Uncle, the disappearance of my cousin Mary has long sat unfavorably with me and my father, and I will freely admit to you that the chilly airs of indifference you may have felt in my presence can be attributed entirely to the suspicions that I have harbored for these past years, suspicions entirely aimed at yourself. And while I have never had the opportunity to prove it, I felt very strongly that you had some deeper involvement in those events 4 years ago. The circulating rumors of those months did nothing but further reinforce my convictions in this fact. Those of us that are once bitten are twice shy, and I am aware of the cost my aggressively aloof behavior has on the social standing of our family. I do not apologize for my actions, though I am now willing to admit that the conclusions I reached may have been flawed. Last week I had a Okay, first and foremost, that's fucking crazy. I'm not apologizing, even though I might be wrong. Last week I had a confidential conversation with one of our mutual acquaintances, a conversation that has shed more light on this mystery than all of my father's countless fruitless inquiries over the years. I now have reason to believe that you were in fact responsible for smuggling my cousin under cover of night across the red border to the southern seafront, and I believe this may have occurred in September, a full 7 months after she was reported missing, a date that coincides with her public disappearance in February. That coincides not with her public disappearance in February, but instead with the notable theft of the ruby crown. I remember reading about that. If the Blackwater insurgents were in fact responsible for the heist, as some have claimed, I believe this scenario entirely plausible, and the fact that 2 of the crown's 8 rubies have now surfaced has given me renewed optimism that she's still alive. Alive, safe, and finally free. Also, I just picked up a ruby as soon as I opened this, I'm pretty sure. Perhaps my willingness to accept such a sensational story betrays my own desperation. Desperation for answers, desperation for hope, and desperation for a narrative in which you are not the villain. In that distant land we all dream of, the land where the strangling crimson curtains draped across our sky are pulled back, and the windows and shutters of discontent flung wide open, in that distant land I pray one day to find our Marion safe, happy, and absolved. So the vibe I get is that those red flags I mentioned in a previous episode, when we went to the classroom, that's like the flag of the country we're in, and maybe they're a little bit dictatorial. And people are not happy being oppressed. So there's some political things that are being exposed here. And then also the idea that Marigold, or whatever her name is, what's her name? Marion Marigold? Yeah. I think she might still be alive, especially because there was a ruby in the safe. What is this? Oh, that's what the ruby was sitting on, I think. Okay, why is this labeled 7, though? Who knows? Okay, well, we got in. That's what matters. And I do think that was valuable info. It's definitely more lore-based info. Also, I like that this supposedly very important ruby just counts as a single gem for our tally. Our shoes are actually doing pretty good for us. I'm actually quite happy with them. Okay, yeah, left, straight to the bedroom, left to the chapel, into the observatory. I did not find any new items while I was there, so that's fine. Let's draft the... I'm not French, okay? I know I'm just embarrassing myself if I try to pronounce that like a French person. Boudoir. Boudoir. Okay, we got 2 more extra rolls. Now, I'm not... Oh, wait. We saved the letter? Maybe there's like 7 plus letters that are numbered, and we slowly collect them and we add them to our information. That might be cool. Okay. Pool. Adds locker room, sauna, and pump room to today's draft pool. That's the only thing I can choose unless I want to re-roll. Which might not be the worst idea, but I am not going to do it. So, I know I can drain this pool. It's one thing I know I can do. What that does for me, God only knows. I need the pump room to do it, though. This is the antechamber. I made it. Do you see that? Let's write down what is here in terms of portraiture. Lantern and airplane. We only have one way we can go. We gotta use a key for it, I guess. Ballroom. Whenever you enter ballroom, set your gems to 2. Oh, pump room, pump room. Okay, I just realized we should have thought about that more because that just blocked us off, but I was so eager to get in there. Before we go over there, I want to see if I can figure out... I forgot to look at the paintings in here, or the pictures. I'm just going to go back. We ran out of real estate anyway, unless we can find a way to open this door here. Okay, I1 has a chef, it looks like. Bearded chef. Looks like a chef's hat to me. And a Native American. Let's go back in. Let's go to the pump room. Let's do things that we need to do. Okay, pool. Let's lower the pool down. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the rightmost one corresponds with the pool, does it not? So this one corresponds to the pool level. So I know we can do that. Oh, we need to, like, allocate the water to all of the other tanks. I see. Oh, wait, the pump room's not even powered right now. Because we need a boiler room to power the pump room. Unless we can use the battery pack. Pump control panel, water source selection, pump room schematic. I think I need this to be powered by the fucking boiler room. Okay, things just got even more complicated in terms of drafting the right. Yeah, this isn't doing anything, I can already tell. What have I done? I've sacrificed it all, and for what? I don't know if this was going anywhere anyway, but it still is annoying. Oh, we can flood the kitchen or something? And then this is the fountain in the plaza, I believe. That's unfortunate. Okay, I should have thought about that. Really, I should have. Okay, I'm still gonna write down what all the pump room can control. Oh my god. My brain, it just, like, it all of a sudden, the pieces started connecting. That's why you can make a wish in the fountain. Every day you can cash in a coin into the fountain, and then whenever you get the pool, or the pump room powered up, you can lower the level of the fountain and withdraw all of the coins that you've put in. I do believe. I do say, in fact. Where are all the conference notes put in the office safe? We'll find out. Whenever we finally get around to opening the office safe, which I know the passcode is not 9083, so that narrows it down to 9,998 possible combinations. Let us end the day. I think, right? What can I do? It's really upsetting because with this pump room I have, theoretically, I could have done stuff with the pool. I could have done stuff with the greenhouse. I could have done stuff with the aquarium. I could have done stuff with the fountain. I could have done stuff with the kitchen. Do I have a kitchen? I don't have a kitchen, but I could do stuff with everything else. But I didn't realize, I forgot that you need power chip. So let's end the day. It's unfortunate that most of these episodes end in failure, but that is where I'm going to have to end it. Because this has been a bit of a long one. So, We have a west-facing manor today, and I think that is going to do it. I'm not sure why there's a floating observatory over there. It's quite interesting. But yeah, I think with that, we're going to end. I think I'm making a bit more progress to uncovering some puzzles in this game that are yet to be solved. With that being said, I think the series of events that is needed to solve them is quite substantial. And we'll see if we can make it work. But that is the thing for next time. So, thank you guys for watching. This has been Fractal, and until next time, I will see you. Bye.